All right, welcome into the program. I'm Rob Sanders. It's Run It Down Friday. Yeah, buddy. Everybody get out there, get all the bullshit your boss wants you to get done. Look, link is in the comments if you want to join us. Shout out to Carolina Jackpot, who's out there hawking his wares, man. Doing his thing. Yeah. So we've got games this weekend for those that are following along. Clemson, South Carolina, both coming off the bye week. Gamecocks are a 2.5, 3-point underdog at home under the lights at Billy Bryce. You know, tomorrow night's game is a hinge point for Shane Beamer. Now I know some people are like, okay, well, it doesn't matter regardless. I was watching somebody saying, he's going to get another. Yeah, I'm not saying the guy's on the hot seat. I'm just saying, like you'll eat like some seafood or whatever, and it leaves a taste in your mouth sometimes if you eat like crummy seafood. If Shane Beamer finishes out the season at 5-7, and that gives him 2 years in a row at 5-7. Okay? Which, let's be honest, Little Biscuit, shalom to you as well. If you're at 5-7, okay? Now, I know there are Gamecock fans that are over there, and they're going to tell me, but Rob, there's no way they're going to finish 5-7. I'm just asking you to exist in a vacuum for just a minute. Okay? If we look at the rest of the South Carolina schedule, which I'll be happy to do with you right now. They play A&M tomorrow. That's the first game. They are an underdog there. Okay? That's the first game. The second game is the Vanderbilt game. Now, I think they're going to be favored in that game, but either way, it's still going to be, in my opinion, a tough matchup on the road. Okay? And that is next week at 4:15. All right? So after that game, you get kind of what I think is a game that you should win against Mizzou. But for some reason, Missouri, when they've dealt with you guys here lately, they've had shittier teams and won games. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like winning that game, it would be getting something off your back, in my opinion. But Mizzou, going to be tough. That's a home game. Team's still ranked in the top 25. After that, you've got Wofford. Wofford is Wofford. Let's leave it at that. This isn't even one of the good Wofford teams of old where they would go out there and actually run some crazy offense and give you problems. You'll handle Wofford. And then you're going on the road to Clemson. And I don't think it's going to be as easy as a lot of Gamecock fans think it is. The average world's going to tell you you're an underdog in that game too, and you should be with the way your quarterback is. So there's that. All right, so I'm just saying, if we're looking at it from just one perspective, you could finish 5-7 on the season. You could. Now, if that happens, Shane Beamer is going into next year, and he's going to be coaching for his job. I truly believe that. Now, a lot of it can mouthwash itself if South Carolina can somehow beat Texas A&M tomorrow night. I think the line on this one's off. I think A&M's a lot better than people are giving them credit for. I think the reason the line is where it is because nobody really knows where they're going to start their quarterback. I think A&M's going to they're not going to thump them, but they're going to win by 10 points or more. Okay? Now, I know you see the Clemson hat on my head and you're thinking, oh, he's just picking them because no. All right? My been doing this for a long time as far as covering the Gamecocks, and just telling you from my perspective, what I'm seeing, that's what I got. All right. We'll take your calls over here too if you want to get involved. If you would like to join the show, the link is over there. I'm going to put it up there again just for you guys. Shout out to everybody getting in here. Biscuit sent me a message yesterday about something. Hold on, I got something going in my. Let me just see if I can get this up here. Hold on. What do I got running on in the background here? I got too much going on at once, man. Hold on. There we go. There's that one. Go away. Go away. All right, anyway, stuff in my headset. All right, anyway. Biscuit sent me a message, and I appreciate Biscuit sending me something about working with us for our Black Friday show. So I'll get back with you, Biscuit. I've just been running around like I'm a crazy person. I'm a pretty good video editor, and I do a lot of editing videos for campaigns that are running for office. And I've been running around like a crazy person shooting people, and shooting them as far as make sure YouTube doesn't get pissed at me for that. Like shooting them with a camera, that kind of thing. So there you go. So it's been hard, but we're working on it. But I will get back with you. Speaking of which, you should be a part of the live show. All right. For all of you, especially those of you who live around Columbia, and I know there's a ton of you, send your wife to the store. She's going to take your fucking money anyway and go on Black Friday and get some of these great Black Friday deals. Even though, like, most people shop on Amazon, people are still going to do Black Friday stuff. Let your wife go. Let her do her thing. Bring your crusty ass to Callaway's. Play Golden Tee with us. All right? We're going to have a Golden Tee tournament. Sign up to be in the King of Smack. We've already got Rob has an SEC bias who hopefully will get up there and put on a good showing, because I hand-selected him as one of the folks that I thought was going to do well. Okay? Hopefully he'll at least finish the first round in advance. It's survive and advance each round. Hopefully he'll survive the first round. Hopefully he doesn't Gamecock it up and just fuck himself. That might happen. Either way, I'm also trying to rig it so we can stream all of it so you guys can see good pieces of it. We also have, I'm calling it Rob's Walk of Shame. I will not have jizz in my hair because I won't have any hair. We sell $1,000 worth of stuff to raise for our charity, Center for Recovery for Children. We will shave my head and my wonderful eyebrows. You guys see these eyebrows? Look at that. Look at that. People pay for those kind of eyebrows. We will shave them. Gone. After that, $3,000, I will let Rob has an SEC bias or jackpot, whoever, give me the old stun gun like I got last year. It sucked. Literally riding the lightning. I will do that at Callaway's. Also, if we raise $5,000, I will get a tattoo. We've already got someone in the mix. And hey, they're going to come give me a Gamecock tattoo. Now, some people think, Rob, you're just silly. Yeah, I am. But I'm passionate about the charity we're working for. Young folks that have been sexually assaulted, they don't want that, obviously. These folks try to get them to a point where they can be productive members of society. They don't end up being part of the society that a lot of us look down upon. And like, why didn't they just pull themselves up and make themselves better? Well, because, I don't know. They had things that happened to them at a very young age that shouldn't have happened to them. Let's just leave it at that. All right. I've heard some of the gruesome stuff that a lot of these children have had to deal with, and it's not good. So if I have an opportunity that I can raise money for an organization that's going to help alleviate that, by God, it's worth my hair. It's worth riding the lightning, and it's worth getting a stupid Gamecock tattoo. There you go. And by the way, do you know how much shit I'm going to get from everyone for getting a Gamecock tattoo? It's going to be stupid. It's going to be stupid. You know, I've got tattoos. Got one here, got one there, got one over here. So it's not the issue of the pain of the tattoos. None of that. It's just having an actual tattoo with the government welfare program of the conference on my arm. The wife is lobbying for me to get a Gamecock tramp stamp. That's some funny shit. Well, I love her, but we'll debate upon that. But anyway, if you want to donate to the live auction, that is one way to do it. We're going to open up how you can donate if you're just like, all right, I don't want to buy anything. I'm not going to be able to give anything, but I can give you $5. Fine. We're going to set that up too. Okay. Got graphics and everything coming up for that. Working on all that myself. It's going to be great. Jackpot's going to be in the house to monitor and make sure that I don't get pummeled. It's basically what it boils down to. But anyway, it's going to be a good time. Callaway's Bar and Grill, West Columbia, Highway 1, diagonal from the Walmart. Yeah, looking forward to it. All right, so we could also talk about Clemson for tomorrow. Clemson tomorrow. They will play Louisville. They're a 10.5-point favorite. Let's slide into this for just a second. Now, everything on the plate says that Clemson should win this game, and I agree they should. I want to put something out there, though. There's starting to be this little bit of a conversation that Cade Klubnik should be in the Heisman conversation. I think he's like 6th right now at FanDuel or something like that. 6th best odds. Let's slow our roll on that a little bit. Now, have I been impressed by the way Cade Klubnik has come back? Yeah. He took a beating at the hand of the Georgia Bulldogs. A Georgia defense that, over time, I think ruined DJ Uiagalelei. I really think that happened. In addition to that, he's come back and he's played well. But he's got issues with the turnover bug. And turnovers are not something that you can broadcast. What I mean is, not broadcast. What's the term I'm using? Turnovers are not something that you can determine every game. There are some games where you can get a lot of turnovers and some games where you can't. Yeah, there's that. He has the capability of turning over the ball, and Clemson could lose to a team they have no business losing to, i.e. Louisville tomorrow. Now, am I think that's going to happen? No, I don't. Do I think that it could happen down the line? Yes. Do I think that he's a walking time bomb when it comes to picks? Yes. Yes, I do. And that's something that for me to get over, it's going to take a little bit longer than, a 7-game stretch that he's had. Just saying. That's all. Rooster, who's going to be my neighbor before long, says Jackpot should get the rooster feathers tattooed on his head. He could be the Gamecocks version of Bam Bam Bigelow. Well, I tell you what, Jackpot's about 6'8", so that could happen. That could definitely happen. Big Barney Ross, speaking of turnovers, says Kentucky will have so many turnovers Saturday, Kellogg's will name a Pop-Tart after them. It has to be blueberry, right? It's like a blueberry vanilla Pop-Tart for Kentucky. Yeah. Yeah, there's that. Anyway, if you would like to join us to talk about this week's games, have at it. I'll put the link over here. Lots of folks are picking South Carolina as a potential upset thing here this weekend. Yeah, they could get it. I'm not in the camp of saying they couldn't get it. I'm just saying I think that I would be kind of shocked by it, to be honest with you. Let's welcome TJ to the program. TJ, welcome, sir.
What's going on?
Thank you for joining us on a Friday. What blasphemy have you to say today?
Well, I mean, if you haven't bet Tennessee yet against Kentucky, I just listened to I guess it's Kentucky Sports Radio's little preview or whatever. Their little breakdown. Do you know that they're starting a freshman left tackle over Gerald Mincey after all the shit he decided he wanted to talk in the spring?
I heard about that, and look, I love giving you Tennessee folks heat, but y'all are going to literally, it's going to be a snuff film tomorrow with Kentucky. I'm thinking like 38-7 Vols, 38-3 Vols, something like that.
I'm going to be honest, I think this James Pierce might actually give everybody the game that they thought he was going to play all year long on Saturday. Because if you don't put him up against that freshman the entire game, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, and, you know, maybe it was that thing he didn't, after the shit he talked, he didn't want to go out there.
And they're putting the standard back at Kentucky when they come. I mean, I didn't know the standard was ever at Kentucky in football, but, you know.
Wait, Kentucky has a standard in football? What is that?
I mean, that's what Gerald Mincey said. He said that he was that when they come to Neyland on November 2nd and punch us in the mouth, they're going to put the standard back at Kentucky. I was like, buddy, you ain't on the basketball team.
Yeah. Well, you know, I admire the young man's moxie. Let's give him credit. He's going out there and he's trying to say, you know what? We're tired of this shit. Tennessee has owned our ass forever, and we don't want this shit anymore. You know, maybe we could. Yeah. Let's give him that. That's fair, right? And maybe he just doesn't know how to string. He doesn't know how to string together words. Maybe that's part of it. You know.
I mean, it also didn't help that when our tackle that took his spot got hurt, he decided he wanted to retweet it that we announced his injury and it just put LOL. So I mean, buddy, I don't know if you should be talking shit when you're hurt for the game that you've been talking shit about.
So Kentucky has 3 wins against Tennessee since 1985. Just wrap your head around that for a second. They have 5 wins since I was born against Tennessee. All right? I mean, you got to come with your hat in your hand when you play 45 times and you've only won 5 of them. Okay? The game is in Knoxville too, right? So they have what? Yep. 1 win in Knoxville. 2. Let's see here. They have 3 wins in Knoxville since 1965. Fuck out of here.
It only took the last one. The last one only took us going 0-8 with Jeremy Pruitt in the SEC and having COVID. I mean,
all right. Well, let's put this out there too. I am going to hold Bluegrass Sports Media responsible for this. Control your fan base, sir. Get your idiots together and tell them stop running your mouth and poking the bear every damn week. What are you doing?
No, I love it. Let them do it. They've been playing every time I get on any kind of social media for Tennessee right now. They just have the Kentucky Sports Radio. I guess Nate Roush or whatever his name is outside of the stadium, just whining about, will you just beat this team? Will you just beat Tennessee? And I'm just like, buddy, you want a losing trail right there. We're your daddy. We'll always be your daddy.
Look, and let's be fair about this. I don't know why you Tennessee fans give a shit either. Y'all beat the fuck out of them every time you play. It shouldn't matter. Like, why are you watching Kentucky Sports Radio stuff, man? You know you're going to hammer these assholes.
It gives me sustenance. The tears of Kentucky fans gives me sustenance.
Well, why don't you get some sustenance and start looking at Georgia next week? Because that's the team you got to worry about, right? Y'all play Georgia next week, right?
No, we play Mississippi State at home next week, and then we play Georgia.
Okay, so you got 2 weeks. I will be getting hyped up on Georgia. I will be running smack at Georgia fans about, I don't know, speeding violations. Kirby Smart wears an LPGA visor. I mean, I'll be coming up with all kind of stuff to try to screw with them, you know?
I don't – honestly, I think that game's a little bit more of a toss-up than they want to admit it to, in Athens or Knoxville. I mean, I think that game's going to be a lot closer. I don't know what the spread is on it. I don't even know if it's out yet. It's probably like 6.5 when it comes out, I'm sure. But
you got to play there, right? You're on the road there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll probably be 3:30. Usually that's what time we play Georgia anyway.
Well, no, 3:30 is not really the marquee game now. Does it go at 3:30 anymore now that it's on ABC? I don't remember. They've changed everything. So we'll have to see. All I'm saying is that you shouldn't be worried about Kentucky or Mississippi State.
I don't know if that's me or you. You sound like a robot.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's you probably. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Well, anyway, hey, I appreciate it, TJ. You got two of the worst teams in the conference coming at you, man. So you guys should get healthy and then get ready for Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else, bud?
I mean, I think last thing real quick.
I think he's running through a bad area. All right, everybody sees this, right? TJ, I'm not booting TJ. Everybody can hear me over there. We're good. Somebody comment over there so I know that we're good. I think TJ's just running through a bad. Yeah, see, TJ dropped off there. Anyway, look, here's the other thing too. We've got. All right, so we're good. Anyway, look, I think that we've got a setup here for Tennessee where, you know, all the talking has to stop. You've gotten to this point in your schedule with one loss. If you don't beat Georgia, it's a failure of a season. Tennessee fans can get upset with me all you want. Yeah, that's where you are. All right, so that's all right, TJ. Don't worry about it, man. You're in bad spots. It happens. So there you go. Anyway, we'll take your calls, the rest of you folks today. If you would like to join the program, let me put the link over here for you. Someone up there, Makima says, another week passes, another day closer to Clemson's demise to the U. There you go. Yeah, that's another one. Another day closer to Clemson's demise and Dabum's retirement once the U destroys them. Sir, let me explain something to you. All right. Miami has been a shithole for a long time. Forgive me if I'm not intimidated by Miami. All right. You may beat Clemson this year. You may. And you know what you can do? You can hang up a banner just like I tell everybody else. Do your thing. Hang up your banner. It's your rite of passage if you beat Clemson, okay? Bless your heart, sir. Bless your sweet little heart. Nick says, how's Clemson's basketball team looking this year? They are going to be solid. I think they were picked to finish 4th in the ACC, something like that. How did I sent in my thing for Operation Basketball, and I think I had them at that. Let me see here. ACC media picks. Poll basketball. They've got Ian Schiffler, who is a second-team All-ACC player. They're going to be really good. Really good. I mean, when I say really good, I look at it and see, here's the thing. Being a Clemson basketball fan is like being a Kentucky football fan. You got to pay your dues. I think this is one of those years. Clemson was in the Elite Eight last year? Sweet 16, whatever it was. Yeah, this is kind of the same thing with this team. All right. They had PJ Hall last year, was a great player. But they were picked to finish 4th in the conference behind Duke, North Carolina, and Wake Forest. I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. You know, a lot of people like to ride conference nuts. This year, the ACC, I don't think is going to be as deep as it was. Let's just leave it at that. All right. The Dukes and North Carolinas, the Wake Forest is going to be pretty good. Clemson's going to be good. Virginia should be pretty good. Miami will be good. I think Pitt's going to be good. After that, though, it's going to be kind of a drop-off. Louisville, NC State, they're all just chugging, in my opinion. Anyway, yeah, so everything's going to be about Cooper Flagg from Duke. Give me 30 more seconds of hoops, guys, and we'll get back to the football stuff. Your preseason all ACC teams has 2 second-teamers going to Clemson. Ian Schifflin, the chef, and Chase Hunter, who is really good. I wonder if Clemson lacks the inside punch. I know that Shefflin is a big guy, but PJ Hall would go and get you a basket. I don't know if Shefflin can create his own basket off his own points off the ball by himself, but he's a hell of a player. He reminds me of Dennis Rodman. What I mean by that is he's going to run the floor. He's going to play defense. He's going to block shots. He's going to clean up the garbage, meaning, he'll get 20 points just off of whatever. Now, I hope, as far as rebounds and everything else, I hope that someone did not tell him in the offseason, listen here, buddy, you need to go out there and shoot threes. No. Just go do what you did last year. Shooting the three is not going to help you. I sound like I'm an old man with this, but the three-point shot has really fucked over college basketball. We'll have that conversation in the offseason because I got a ton of football stuff to go through today. But, Nick, I appreciate that. I hope that you folks stick around for basketball season because we love basketball season here. Absolutely love it. I love college hoops. It's one of my favorite times of the year. But I'm one of those idiots that stays up late at night watching, Hawaii play just because I love the game so much. Don't mock PJ Hall. He was a good player, sir. Come on now. As far as South Carolina goes, I don't know exactly what to expect from them. It seems like they have to bring in a new team every year, but that's kind of the way that it goes right now with the transfer portal. So there you go. Anyway. Oh, one of the other things too. Cooper Flagg from Duke was voted all preseason first team in the conference, and he was on a high school team last year. These people at Operation Basketball, it is the biggest crock of shit ever. Why couldn't they put someone from like Leggett from Pitt or somebody on the first team? That way I'm not saying it's a Clemson guy that should be there. I mean, Flagg didn't even play in the damn league last year. I got issues with that. All right. If you guys want to join the program, have at it. I was talking about the stuff with Cade Klubnik. I don't know if he can he's played well. But he still gives up a ton of turnovers. Just saying. And when you turn it over the ball, eventually it will get you. Eventually it'll get you. Grayson Littleton is decommitted from Clemson. I can't remember the last time we lost this many before signing day. Sir, look across the country. Everybody's losing players. Left and right. So where is I wonder how that'll affect. Let's see here. 2 more on sports. Let's see if where they have the recruiting rankings. I'm wondering when Dabo, we talked about that, and it sounds silly, but when Dabo Sweeney decides, all right, I gotta figure this out. Let's see here. Where is it? Team rankings. There we go. See what that. Yeah. So currently, Clemson is what? Oh God, they're 22nd. That's crazy for right now. Obviously, things will change and they will move around. We'll see how that goes. This is a 2025 class. Where's the 2024 class? Interesting. Looking at this now. Yeah, so Clemson finished 11th in the 2024 class. And then 2025, it's interesting. That's all I can say about that. We'll have to get into recruiting later. All right, so I was going to give you guys games tonight. What do we got? What am I going to – if you're going to bet tonight? I went 1-1 yesterday against the spread. The Jets got me. Fuck them. Houston just didn't have enough. Nick with a question. If Notre Dame misses the playoffs this year, do they join a conference? I think if they miss the playoffs and they go 11-1, I think the writing is on the wall. Austin says, what's up, man? Hopefully Florida can keep it within 35. Look, Georgia should handle them. Let's leave it at that. But when you got a man that's literally coaching for his life in what Napier's doing, and you got a quarterback that doesn't understand how big the game is, so he can play loose and he can play free, which is what Lagway is. Maybe they'll keep it close tomorrow. I'd like to bring on Peg and Megan today to tell us why Florida's going to win by 30, but I don't know where he is. Normally he gets here and says something about it, but he's cowering somewhere, scared to death of the Florida Gators, even though his teams own them. All right, tonight, NCAA football games. If you're going to bet tonight, give you my picks here. Oh, we've only got what? There's not many games tonight, is there? You've got Georgia State and UConn. UConn is a 7-point favorite. I think I'm going to roll with Georgia State there. Just saying. That's kind of crazy there. A little bit high. Connecticut's terrible, even though they are 5-3. South Florida's playing Florida Atlantic at 7:30. South Florida's a 2.5-point favorite. I wouldn't touch it. Oh, look, Big Barney Ross is going UConn. We should have the Big Barney Ross Bowl where him and I pick against each other. Oh, we're already doing that. It's in the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge. He's ahead of me a little bit there. Also tonight, San Diego State plays Boise State. Boise State's a 24.5-point favorite on the turf, the Smurf turf. They'll probably cover. Austin Genty, everybody's Heisman candidate. They love him so much. How'd that guy slip out of damn Louisiana? You SEC people that run around with, oh my God, SEC. You're letting the Heisman Trophy winner leave the state of Louisiana. Bless your hearts. That's all I can say to you on that. So there's your 3 games tonight. I'd take Boise State to cover, even though 24.5 is a lot of fucking points to give up. I'd probably take Boise State to cover. So Boise State, South Florida, and Georgia State, I'd go with because Georgia State, their record, I mean, they did beat Vanderbilt. They lost to Georgia Tech by 23. They beat the Snake in Chattanooga by 3. Beat Vanderbilt by 4. Lost to Georgia Southern by 17. Old Dominion by 7. By 15 to Marshall, and they lost by 7 to App State on the road. Maybe they're finally getting it together. I don't know. But that's one of those games where I don't. How is UConn a 7-point favorite? By the way, if you wanted to go to that game, I do this a lot. People tell me about this. Why do you always tell us about how much game tickets cost? $9. You can spend $9 and go watch UConn and Georgia State. Congratulations. $15 to see Florida Atlantic and South Florida. $42 to go see Austin Genty tonight. If you're into that kind of thing. So there you go. Austin agrees with me. Why LSU or Arkansas didn't go after him amazes me. Why didn't Florida go after him? Why didn't Mississippi State go after him? We could talk about all these teams. You think they don't recruit the state of Louisiana? You're out of your mind. Hell, why didn't Clemson go get him? We recruit every damn where. We used to have like this thing on signing day where Dabo Swinney was so proud of the fact that we had like it was tigers across the country. Is it? And they would talk about like how they got all these great players from like all these other spots. And the I remember Christian Wilkins was from like Connecticut. Dexter Lawrence was from New Jersey. I mean, and of course it's easy to pick players from Florida and all that. I don't know. Biscuit's probably right. I'm just running my mouth. He goes, maybe teams don't realize the kid will have that impact. I don't know. It's just funny for me to see a kid in the middle of SEC land where you've got Arkansas, Florida, Tennessee, all these schools that they've got these big staffs where they can go and find talent, and they couldn't get this guy. Now, he was a 3-star recruit. I'll give you that. But damn, he's making it look crazy there. Now, here's the other thing. He's doing it against Mountain West squads. Could he do that against Power 4 squads. I don't know. I'm just saying he's putting up numbers. And when you see that, and nothing against Moffitt Clemson, who I think is a great back, just saying, when you see guys putting up those kind of numbers, it makes you think, what in the hell's going on here? How did this guy get that good? And, crazy. Anyway, picks for tonight. There you go. Tomorrow, early picks. I've got Ohio State covering there against Penn State. Miami's going to cover against Duke. Those are two, like, you could, if you're doing your parlay thing, put that together. Those two are big time. Let's see here. Other games that I really like tomorrow. I really like Vanderbilt at 12:45. And a lot of that's got to do with the fact they're playing pretty disciplined, but and Auburn doesn't. So there's that. Oregon and Michigan tomorrow. I kind of like Oregon to win that one big. Let's see here. Other games I like tomorrow. Yeah, that's pretty much it tomorrow that I really, really like. I kind of like Coastal. I really like Coastal against Troy. Coastal's going to slap the shit out of Troy. Coastal's a 3.5-point favorite there. That game's in Troy, and Troy is bad. Bad. Go and check that one out. I'm not telling you to watch the game. Just bet it and walk away. One of those kind of things. Let's see your other games. I really like Tennessee to cover tomorrow night. And I like Pitt to cover too against I think they went out right against SMU. So let me look at that on the book here. If you were going to bet Pitt, so let's see where they are. Y'all bear with me. I didn't know I was going to go here, but let's see what I got here. So tomorrow, if you wanted to sprinkle some money on the money line, an old comrade phrase there. So you could go and bet tomorrow. I wonder if Vegas has caught up with it. We'll see. Hold on. Let's see here. You could bet. Where is it? Come on. Looking. Bear with me here. I'm trying to make you money. Don't leave the stream yet. Oh, where are you? Come on. It's not available currently here, it looks like. Oh, so if you bet Pitt tomorrow on the money line at 200, it's plus 230. So if you bet $50, you'll win. You win $115. $115. Austin says, "What's my game day food for tomorrow?" Well, here's the thing. I will be in studio tomorrow working on the South Carolina Gamecock coverage for WVOC in Columbia. So when I get food at Callaway's, which is where I go and watch games. And I'll probably have a quesadilla tomorrow night as I watch the first half of that game. Then I'll come back and finish up my prep. So generally it's a quesadilla at Callaway's. This is a good question. Big Barney Ross says Tennessee will win, Tennessee will cover, and take the over. Tennessee 63, Kentucky nothing. You want to know what I appreciate about Big Barney Ross? He shows up whether Kentucky's good or not. He also takes needling very well. I sent him a message about where Clemson plays Duke next, or Clemson plays Kentucky next month in Littlejohn. Now, bear in mind, Clemson doesn't have a thimble of basketball relevance compared to Kentucky, okay? But I just sent a message like, we're going to kick the shit out of you at Littlejohn. He's like, let me go shoot a gun off my porch. That's funny. TJ Bird's like, Indiana minus 7.5. All right, final call for calls this afternoon. But enjoyed spending some time with you guys today. I'm trying to do more of the rundown. Regular job kind of gets in the way. And this week, with all the political videos I've been making, it's just been hard. Hard. There you go. If you want to come on and talk a little bit before I get out of here, have at it. Let's see here. Are there any other games I like? Oh yeah, TCU and Baylor. I know Baylor man's loving that. Bruce of the Bears got special hand puppets for that show. Oh, well, I appreciate that. Where are you, Austin? Where do you live, brother? I appreciate anybody that's going to offer my chunky ass food. I'm with you on that. So, yeah. Anyway, so it's a fairly decent slate of games tomorrow. Navy bounce back against Rice, cover the 10.5. Well, Rice is terrible, so that's not really saying much. Whatever happened to Texas A&M fan? Well, you know. Oh, yeah, you live in Irmo. That's right. You're not far from me. I forget, folks, Austin. And some people get upset with me on that. They're like, well, we've talked before. And I'm like, yeah, and that's great. And I remember people, but for some reason, I had a stroke like 10 years ago. It's hard for me to remember shit. It really is. I can remember some, like, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But as far, I used to know stats like that. I mean, I could bring up whatever. Now I have to, like, slow the hell down. I really do. All right. Well, as always, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys. I hope you know that. It's cool that we get together and we can talk football and everything else. I hope to, Austin, you really should come to the live show, sir. If you come to the live show, I will buy you a frosty beer at Callaway's. What is the day after Thanksgiving? There's only like 2 people that I really, really, really would love to see at the live show, and those 2 are probably not coming. One of them is Billy Cole, because Billy Cole cannot get nursing home coverage from Tennessee to South Carolina because he's old. He's not gonna pay for his nurse. He's not gonna pay for his nurse to travel with him from Tennessee and those hills up there to come to South Carolina. He's not gonna do that, and I don't expect him to do that. And the other is Big Barney Ross. Now, Big Barney Ross is a man of the planet. I might get his ass in Callaway's at one point. I might. That might happen. I don't know if I could afford the chicken wings that man will eat, though. Oh, Austin doesn't drink. Well, that's okay. We'll play some Golden Tee. That's how that works. Golden Tee, and we'll talk football. It's fine. But anyway, those are the 2. It's the day after Thanksgiving, Austin. You're gonna send the wife, girlfriend, whatever, out and come down and play some Golden Tee with us. What's gonna be really funny is the way that I'm setting up this King of Smack. Right, we're crowning the first King of Sports Talk Smack as far as where we're determining it here on the Rob and Kale Show. And the idea is that we're gonna give you we're gonna have some topics, and you're gonna get 60 seconds with a microphone. And basically, the crowd is going to determine if you're worth a shit or not. You got 60 seconds. That's it. All right? And we'll go round by round until we eliminate somebody. Okay? It's going to be fun. But it's getting people up there and telling them you got 60 seconds. Here's a microphone. Go. And if they go, great. And then, people that have had experience like talking in front of people is great, but it's a lot different when you've got eyes on you and everybody's looking at you like, entertain me, bitch. Entertain me, motherfucker. Because that's the look they give you. And you're standing there and you're starting to get the old meat sweats and you're looking around like, how long is this 60 seconds? I done blew my load in 20. It's like you're fucking a Playboy model and you're like, I got like the 3 pumps and I'm done. And the clock is ticking behind you. And you're like, what in the hell is happening here? And you're just standing there. And that little bit of uncomfortableness is going to be great as we all sit there and watch, because that's what's going to happen to some of you. Now, some of you are going to just go off the rails. And some of you are going to try to interact with the crowd, and that may or may not work. I don't know. But it's going to be really funny to watch the King of Smack at Callaway's the day after Thanksgiving. Shout out to my buddy Nate, who's helping me put that together. And, yeah, it's going to be fun. So that's going to be really cool. Jackpot and I will also do our picks live there that day. And I may be losing my hair. We'll see. I may be getting shocked. We'll see. I may be getting a sorry-ass Gamecock tattoo. We will see. All of that is coming at our live show in 28 days. 4 weeks from today, I will be spinning it at Callaway's. All right. You guys are awesome. If you guys want to get in contact with me, Rob Sounds Good on Twitter. Jackpot's the only thing Jackpot takes on Twitter, by the way, is if you want to have a serious by goddamn conversation with him, man to man. All right, I'll take whatever. You can come at me out. I don't give a shit. But if you've got, only tweet at Jackpot at Hall_Kale. If you're willing to go and fight, because that's where Jackpot fights. Go and ask him. You can find out on his live show tomorrow. All right, Jackpot streaming it live tomorrow. And by the way, let's all, some of y'all killing me. Oh, hold on. Octavian's here. Octavian, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm going to put the links of Octavian come in for a minute if he wants. I'm posting this just for you, Octavian. If you want to come on and tell us how you're going to beat the Georgia Bulldogs, I would love to hear it. Anyway, stop trolling Jackpot just when South Carolina's losing. Fuck is wrong with y'all? You're going to troll him all the time. Don't just come in and you're like, I'm user 86438. Fuck you, Jackpot. South Carolina sucks. Don't do that. Have the balls to troll him now. Troll him all the time. He'll probably respect you more. Just saying. We don't know who you are and you're trolling. You're just a cunt. It's the only term that I can use there. Anyway, I'm giving Octavian a minute before I sign off because I'm sure he's going to tell us how Florida can beat Georgia tomorrow. Oh, he's telling everybody to hold it down. He's at work. Well, tell the gas station attendant that you gotta stop pumping gas for a minute, Octavian. I'm picking, man. All right. You guys are awesome. If you need anything, let me know. I'm on Twitter at Rob Sounds Good. Jackpot live stream tomorrow. I may be on Rooster's stream tonight if he does games tonight. I might stop in on that. Sometimes I do that. I stop in and check out Rooster's stream a little bit. If you'd like to, that's another good channel. Go check out the Rooster's channel, TRS with Rooster over there. He doesn't give you a bunch of Gamecock nonsense. I'll give you that. Him and I disagree on some stuff, but he's a good dude. Don't get outside of your tether. Holy shit. I don't even know where to go with that. Thank you, Big Barney Ross, for that. All right. See you guys later on. Oh, you want...